Now this is from a few days ago, but it's important that I add it to my reports. Now you've probably already heard that we've been getting spied on by the armed forces after a unit was established to check on people who criticised or opposed the government's COVID lockdown policies. Now it's said that the information warfare unit spied predominantly on politicians and high-profile journalists who raised doubts about the COVID narrative, compiling reports on those who were deemed a COVID opposer, including author Peter Hitchens and social commentator Toby Young. But this obviously doesn't mean that they were not spying on other people. Big Brother Watch has managed to gain access to documents which have exposed the government's armed forces information warfare units and exposed the work of government arms such as the counter-disinformation unit based in the Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sport and the Rapid Response Unit in the Cabinet Office. These organisations, by the way, seem to work in conjunction with the 77th Brigade. Bearing in mind that the 77th Brigade is supposed to engage in non-lethal means of social conditioning meant to change the behaviour of foreign adversaries, not us. The document that Big Brother Watch have access to suggests that units were tasked with countering disinformation and harmful narratives from so-called experts, with civil servants and artificial intelligence deployed to scrape social media for keywords relating to the pandemic. This information was then used to create policies and the government's response, such as the stay-at-home orders and no crowds of more than 3, which the police were given powers to fine people over. An army whistleblower said it is quite obvious that our activities resulted in the monitoring of the UK population, monitoring the social media posts of ordinary, scared people. These posts did not contain information that was untrue or coordinated. It was simply fear. Peter Hitchens has said that the most astonishing thing about the Great COVID Panic was how many attacks the state managed to make on basic freedoms without anyone much caring, let alone protesting. But I can't see that happening again now. Not now so many more people are awake to the dangers of allowing the government to strip us of our rights so easily. He added, "Now is the time to demand a full and powerful investigation into the dark material Big Brother Watch has bravely uncovered." Silky Carlo of Big Brother Watch said this is an alarming case of mission creep where public money and military power have been misused to monitor academics, journalists, campaigners and MPs who criticise the government, particularly during the pandemic. The fact that this political monitoring happened under the guise of countering misinformation highlights how, without serious safeguards, the concept of wrong information is open to abuse and has become a blank cheque that the government uses in an attempt to control narratives online. Contrary to their stated aims, these government truth units are secretive and harmful to our democracy. The counter-disinformation unit should be suspended immediately and subject to a full investigation. Here. Now, you won't get an argument from me, nor, I would imagine, the majority of you guys. Now, rather than denying the existence of these units, a Downing Street source is said to have said that the units have simply scaled back their work significantly since the end of lockdowns, but hasn't said that they've stopped spying on people who have anti-COVID views, which in itself is still very worrying.